Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to a beautiful morning. Let's close our eyes and be in gratitude for all the beautiful things that are happening around us. Before that, let's be grateful for the presence of our ancestors, teachers, guardians, angels, spirit guides in this realm or the other, in this dimension or the other, in this universe or the other. Let's really be grateful for the divine presence, for a wonderful body that we have been bestowed with, to further upon the purpose of our soul. Let's be so grateful for all that is unfolding around us. The magical synchronicities, and so much more that's happening. Life is magical by itself. Are we tuning into the magics? Are we learning to grow? Are we learning to tune inside? Be thankful for all that is happening. Life unfolds so beautifully. Are we aware of the power of the small and simple acts which can be done in a meditative and equanimous state of mind, which can totally transform and inspire and bless the world? A few seconds of conscious meditation, conscious living. So it's important to do the work, but it's far more important to have a state of consciousness during our work. We can call it heartful, mindful, or whatever state we think we want to call it. Are we still denying ourselves the power which is truly within, with constant comparison of ourselves to others, which can erode our contentment? And this erosion is soul deep. Yes, it's human tendency to measure our own success, how we appear, or our achievements against or with others. But if this becomes habitual, if we become so accustomed to it, we are going to lead a life of dissatisfaction, or we're going to be in the state of more, what next, what next? And it'll be a never-ending quest for more. Can we tune into the fact that true contentment arises only when we focus on our own unique soul's journey and appreciate the blessings in our lives rather than constantly looking for validation through comparison? Are we able to explain to ourselves well? When I speak about well, it means, am I able to simplify deep or difficult concepts to share their essence? Explaining helps me understand, refine my understanding. The deeper the knowledge, the more refinement is required to share it simply with others. So, am I able to break things and simplify them? And not only simplify them, understand them, implement them. Can I today try and tell myself that let me refine my own understanding of anything and everything that matters to me so that I can share it well. I can understand and I can put it to action. Can I reiterate to myself that I am a loving soul? I prioritize harmony and happiness over ego. I don't entangle with those who are disturbed. And this is something very, very important. Negativity brings down the energy. Can I consciously stay away from negativity when somebody is trying to guilt trip me or trying to criticize me? And if I am not comfortable with that person, then can I have the power to move away from such a place? Disturbance would mean that I stay away from gossip because that's also disturbing. Can I reaffirm to myself that I put across my opinion and withdraw from any possible arguments or conflicts? When anybody is in the argumentative state or in a conflict state of mind, may I have the power to move away from that version. If somebody is already in a bandwidth of disturbing thoughts and I participate, then I will get entangled in those thoughts. So might as well move away from the scene. Can I reaffirm the fact that I live the truth? I don't need to prove to anybody my truth. I radiate pure vibrations to anybody and everybody so that they can all raise their frequency. I don't have to lower my own energy to prove anything to anybody. Because if I'm living in the blessed version of my being, then I am blessed. Then I am supported. All the time, wanting to look out for people supporting me is also seeking validation. Can I tune into the truth that I was born alone and I have to go alone? But the soul family that's helping me, my journey in life or life after death or death, are always there. I may be alone in physical for reincarnation, but spiritually, I'm never alone. The so-called I, which is the human body and the ego, is always supplemented or complemented by I, the higher self. And is there an I, or is there oneness? Do I truly find myself being equanimous, or am I still having the version of separation, duality? May I have the power to tune inside and stay away from all that takes me away from my soul's journey. Heavy winds will come, but may I be unshaken. Strong tides will come, but may I be unshaken, grounded to Mother Earth. Situations will come to break me, to shake me, but may I be undeterred, moving with the focus. So, do I realize that? Do I have that focus? Do I have that goal? Because I am truly worth it. It's difficult to live every day, every moment with consciousness. But am I able to live a few minutes to begin with, going into maybe an hour or few? Am I able to spend enough time with myself on my own journey? Am I able to tune into all the blessings that I've been blessed with? And there are so many. Am I conscious of the beautiful gift of breath that I've been blessed with? Such a wonderful gift. Am I able to tune into the beautiful world of my heart, the heart that is born before me, which comes into existence before the human body does? Am I able to truly make it expansive? So let's keep our hands on our heart and wish it to become so expansive that it can give in so much of love that even if somebody is saying something wrong, we see the reason why the disturbed soul is saying whatever it is. It's vomiting it all out. Whenever anybody is trying to disturb my own bandwidth, may I go inside to realize that the person needs empathy, compassion, and love. May I be able to tune into that beautiful feeling that arises deep from my heart. May I start becoming a better listener. There is so much going around me and people. May I be able to listen to the deep, unsaid feelings that a person is emoting, maybe through his or her body language, to the vibration that the person is emoting. It's such a dichotomy in life that we human beings mean something but say something because everybody is truly not connected. Generally, yes, some people are, but am I that person who's connected? Am I able to tap into my own superpower? Have I established a deep connection with myself? Life comes with such deep blessings. I have been given the capacity to learn, to grow, to evolve. May I tap into that capacity, that infinite potential that I have been given. May I be able to tap into my intuition, such a beautiful gift I've been given. May I be able to affirm and manifest all that is wonderful, not only for myself, but for the collective consciousness. And life is so magical. Am I magical? Life is wondrous. Am I wondrous? Why do I fear the uncertainty? Why can't I embrace the uncertainty? That whatever will happen for the divine, beautiful unison, perfection. Why do I need perfection? Why isn't imperfection perfection? May I be able to churn my thoughts, think, see beyond the obvious, and may my thoughts become more refined, defined. And then I meditate every morning, especially my post meditation. May I go deeper and deeper to find the jewels that are hidden in my own subconscious mind. May I be able to tap into the infinite power, the value, the wisdom that my universal energy can define me into, I can tap into. And if I have a question, may that be answered, knowing that it will be answered. May I become that beautiful person with who's flowing with the inner shine that's always radiating out. Let's be that. Let's fold our hands and pray to the world, to anybody around, whoever's listening and tuning in, that whatever I have spoken about, may that boomerang and come back to me, but may that amplify so much more in this beautiful, magical world. Let everybody be blessed. Let whatever unfold be for the highest good of everyone present. Even to those who are not present, let the consciousness evolve. Let Mother Earth's ascension take place rapidly, beautifully, meditatively, and with full of love and light. And after you've blessed, you can rub your hands, bless your wonderful body, and embrace this wonderful day by delving into this beautiful book, by opening our wonderful eyes. Chapter number 13. Many lives, many masters. We are again in conversation with Dr. Brian Weiss, who's bringing the world of intelligence to us. This could have been channeled through Catherine and be understood by him, and maybe all be present to whatever we are learning deeply, profoundly, and not just on the upper outer level. Catherine had totally gotten rid of her distressing symptoms. She was healthy beyond normal. Her lifetimes were beginning to repeat. I knew we were approaching a termination point, but what I did not realize on this autumn day, as she again settled into her hypnotic trance, was that 5 months would elapse between this hypnotic recession and her next, which would be her last. I see carvings, she began. Some of them are done in gold. I see clay. People are making pots. They are red. Some type of red material they're using. I see a brown building, some type of brown structure. That's where we are. Are you in the brown building or near it? I am in it. We're working on different things. Can you see yourself while you're working? I asked. Can you describe yourself? What are you wearing? Look down. What do you look like? I have some type of red, some long red material on. I have funny shoes like sandals. I have brown hair. I'm working on making some type of figure. It's a figure of a man, a man. He has some kind of a stick, a rod in his hand. The other people are making things out of, some out of metal. Is this done in a factory? I ask. Dr. Bryan asked her. Catherine says it's just a building. The building's made out of stone. The statue that you're working on, the man with the stick, do you know who it is? No, it's just a man. He takes care of the cattle, the cows. There are lots of them, statues around. We just know what they look like. It's a funny material. It's hard to work on. It keeps crumbling. Do you know the name of the material? I don't see that. Just read something red. What will begin to happen to the statue after you make it? It will be sold. Some of them will be sold in the marketplace. Some will be given to the different nobles. Only those with the finest workmanship will be given to the houses of nobles. The rest will be sold. Did you ever deal with these nobles? No. Is this your job? Yes. Do you like it? Yes. Have you been doing this long? No. Are you good at it? Not very. Do you need more experience? Yes, I'm only learning. I understand. Do you still live with your family? I don't know. But I see brown boxes. Brown boxes, I repeated. They have little openings. They have a doorway in them. And some of the statues sit inside the door. They're made of wood, some type of wood. We have to make the statues for them. What is the function of the statues? They're religious, she answered. What religion is there, the statue? There are many gods, many protectors, many gods. People are very frightened. There are many things made here. We make games too, game boards with holes in them, animal heads to go in the holes. Do you see anything else there? It's very hot and dusty and sandy. Is there water around? Yes, it comes from the mountains. This lifetime was beginning to sound familiar too. Are the people afraid? Are they superstitious? Yes, there's so much fear. Everyone is afraid. I am afraid too. We must protect ourselves. There is sickness. We must protect ourselves. What kind of sickness? Something is killing everyone. Lots of people are dying from the water. Yes, it's very dry, very hot because the gods are angry and they're punishing us. She was revising the lifetime with a Tanis cure. I recognize the religion of fear, the religion of Osiris and Hathor. Why are the gods angry? I asked, already knowing the answer because we have disobeyed the laws. They are angry. What laws have you disobeyed? Those that have been set down by the nobles. How can you appease the gods? You must wear certain things. Some people wear things around their necks. They will help you with the evil. Is it a particular god that the people fear most? They're afraid of all of them. Do you know the names of any gods? I don't know the names. I only see them. There's one that has a human body, but has a head of an animal. There's another one that looks like a sun. There's one that looks like a bird. He's black. They run a rope around their necks. Do you live through all of this? Yes, I do not die. But members of your family do. Yes, my father, my mother is okay. Your brother. My brother, he's dead. How do you survive? Why do you survive? Is there something particular about you, something you've done? No, I see something with oil in it. To change the focus. What do you see? Something white. It almost looks like a marble. It's alabaster, some kind of basin. They have oil in it. It's used to anoint the heads of the priests, I added. Yes. What is your function now? Do you help with the oil? No, I make the statues. Is this the same brown building? No, it's later, a temple. She looked distressed for some reason. Is there a problem there for you? Somebody has done something in the temple that has angered the gods. I don't know. Was it you? No, no, no. I just see priests. They're preparing some sacrifice, some animal. It's a lamb. Their heads are bald. They have no hair on them at all. In fact, not on their faces. She fell silent, and minutes slowly paused. Abruptly, she became alert, as if she were listening to something. When she spoke, her voice was deep. A master was present. So let's go deeper into what the master is communicating through Catherine and to Dr. Wise to all of us. The master says, it is on this plane that some souls are allowed to manifest themselves to the people who are still in physical form. They are allowed to come back only if they have left some agreement unfulfilled. On this plane, intercommunication is allowed, but the other planes, there is where you're allowed to use your psychic abilities and communicate with people in physical forms. There are many ways you do this. So, what do we say? What is telepathy? I'm thinking of somebody or something, and that thing manifests. A phone call comes or it just happens, and then we say, "Arey, kuch aur mang liya hota." Because in our energy, we thought of that thing and that thing manifested. That is the power of manifestation. You think about something as if it's happening and it happens. There are in our world people who can communicate with souls, right? We know about that. We have heard about that. Are we aware of our psychic abilities and our own healing powers? Each one of us on call has been a healer, and that's undoubtedly there. Only because we have been a healer that we are tuned back into healing our own self, into further progressing in our own soul's journey. And that's the reason we're going backward or say inward by trying to understand the magics, the divinity that are coming with our own soul. In today's world, it's not so easy to give time to ourselves, but we are tuning in because deep inside we're aware of our psychic abilities and this wonderful communication, living in this physical form. Catherine says there are many ways to do this. Some are allowed the power of sight and can show themselves to the people still in physical form. Others have the power of movement and are allowed to telepathically move objects. You can go to this plane if it is useful for you to go there. So if you have left an agreement that has not been fulfilled, you may choose to go there and communicate in some way. But this is all, but that is all to which the agreement must be fulfilled. If your life had been abruptly ended and would be and there this would be a reason for you to go to this plane. Many people choose to come here because they're allowed to see those who are still in physical form and very close to them. But not everyone chooses to have communication with these. To some people, it may be too frightening.
Catherine fell silent and seemed to be resting. She began to whisper very softly, I see the light. Does the light give you energy? It's like starting over, it's a rebirth. How can people in physical form feel this energy? How can they tap into it and be recharged? By their minds, she answered softly. But how do they reach this state? They must be in a very relaxed state. You can renew it through light, through light. You must be very relaxed so you no longer are expending energy, but you are renewing yours. When you sleep, you go get renewed. She was in her superconscious state and decided to expand the questioning. How many times have you been reborn? Have they all been here in this environment, the earth or elsewhere as well? No, not all here. What other planes, what other places do you go to? I have not finished what I have to do here. I can't move or until I've experienced all of life, and I have not. There will be many lifetimes to fulfill all the agreements and all the debts that are owed. But you're making progress. We always make progress. Now, isn't this so beautiful? Jane and Jane, consciously or subconsciously, we are all people in progress. We are all progressing in our life. And that is a given. Whether we think that we may have stagnant energy or life, the wheel of life isn't moving and we are stuck in a loop, but we are all progressing. Because no two situations are absolutely identical. There will be a shift in the consciousness. How many times have you been through lifetimes on the earth? 86. 86, yes. Do you remember them all? I will when it is important for me to remember them. We've experienced oth- either fragments or major portions of 10 or 12 lives, and lately they had been reappearing. Apparently, she had no need to remember the remaining 75 or so lifetimes. Now, just see for yourself, my dear friends, 86 lives Catherine has lived, and yet she revisits the Egyptian life and then another life again and again and again and again. And the other 75 or something are not even visited. Why? They are irrelevant. Do we want our lives to become irrelevant? So we have been given a golden opportunity this time to spend our this life. So can we do that meaningfully? So that this life matters, so that tomorrow if we go into PLR, we are shown this life where we are making a difference to our own self. What are we doing in the mornings? Going inside, yes. What else? We are learning to believe. We're learning to understand, accept that life is eternal. We're learning to drop fears, the uncertain, fear of the unknowns, fear of what's coming my way, fear of the knowns and unknowns. Ever since we are born, our society, the way it brings us up, it adds on layers of fear. Unknowingly, we teach fear to our own children also. There are some mothers, I have been one, who make their child sleep or eat by saying, Buddha Baba aa jayega. And the child believes that the mother is saying that, which must be true, because we're storytellers. ऐसा मत करो, ऐसा करो, नहीं तो चोरी कर लेगा बुड्ढा बाबा, या ऐसा कर देगा, हाथ काट देगा. दो अनजान लोग की बात मत सुनो, नहीं तो चिल्ड्रन रॉबरी होता है. अनाज का अपमान मत करो, थाली में जो परोसा है खा लो, नहीं तो पनिशमेंट मिलेगा. We have grown up and we have made other people grow up by instilling faith instilling fear in them. What should have been instilled? Faith. What has been instilled? Fear. Programming ही wrong हो गई, foundation ही wrong हो गया. But जो हो गया सो हो गया. What if we realize that we have infinite power inside us, and each one of us needs to tap into this wonderful power and live life majestic by simply believing that I am in the right place at the right time and that life is unfolding for me. They say luck by chance. I am lucky. What if I reprogram myself with these faiths, with these beliefs? And blessed we surely are, lucky we surely are. Only a handful of people are working on their own consciousness, and we are the blessed ones. In the morning, we're tapping into our consciousness. We're beginning the day with power, with energy, with bliss. Catherine, 75 lives. 75 lives, not 75 years, right? Imagine 75 into 75 or 75 into 50 or whatever average you want to come. That many years, that many hours, that many minutes, seconds go wasted because they're not relevant for her to remember and tap back into the memory. She had indeed made remarkable progress, at least in my terms. What progress she made from here, from this point, might not depend on the recollection of lifetimes. Her future progress might not even depend on me or my help. She began to whisper softly again. Another master appears. Some people touch the astral plane by using drugs, but they don't understand that what they have experienced, but they have been allowed to cross over. So I hope you know that there are some practices of meditation where they make you have drugs so that you can have an altered state of mind. But kya faida? Was altered state में सब आप you're crossing over to the other realm, but you're not being able to tune into them because आपको कुछ याद ही नहीं होएगा उसके बारे में. I had not asked her about drugs. She was teaching, sharing knowledge, whether I asked specifically or not. Can you use your psychic powers to help you progress here? You seem to be developing these more and more. Yes, it's important, but not as so important here as it will be in the other plane. This is part of evolution and growth. Important to me and you both. Important to all of us. How do we develop these faculties? You develop through relationships. There are some with higher powers who have come back with more knowledge. And my dear co-learners, again, I reiterate this fact that हम कभी भी अकेले नहीं होते. हम सबके पास एक higher power सबके साथ रहती है हमेशा. They are so much more knowledgeable and we also have been them. हमेशा तो हम फिजिकल स्टेट में नहीं होते ना, रेस्टिंग स्टेज में होते हैं, गाइडेंस स्टेज में होते हैं, जब हम गार्डियंस, प्रोटेक्टर्स, एंजल्स बनते हैं अपनी सोल फैमिलीज के, किसी और के जहां पर भी हमें डेलीगेट किया गया है. सो जब हमें पता है कि हम हो चुके हैं एंड हमारे साथ अभी लोग हैं, ये भी एक स्पिरिचुअल डेट पे करने वाला बात है. They will seek out those who need the development and help them. So हम सब तो डेफिनेटली उस कैटेगरी में हैं. हमें हमसे conversations हो रही हैं with these books. They're teaching us. So in real life, what is real, what is not real is also subjective to thinking. If we tap into the energy of these guardians who are protecting us, who are around us, then our quality of life will become so much more worthy. All we have to know is believe that they're around. Some people believe that their loved ones have crossed over and they are all the time around them. How wonderful for them that they know about it. When in need, ask. But that doesn't become you become so greedy that you're all the time asking. There's a difference in need and greed. But yes, what we can do is forever be grateful to our protectors. Jab time mile, just be thankful. Thank you for all the energies that are around me, guiding me, navigating me. So our relationship with ourself, our angel guardians, protectors, is of paramount importance. Our relationship with people on Mother Earth is important, but सबसे बड़ा relationship with ourself. Catherine lapsed into a long silence. Leaving her superconscious state, she entered another lifetime. I see the ocean. I see a house near the ocean. It's white. The ships come and go from the port. I can smell the seawater. Are you there? Yes. What is the house like? It's small. It has some type of tower on the top, a window where you might look out and onto the sea. There's some type of telescope. It's brass, wood, and brass. Do you use a telescope? Yes, to look for the ships. What do? We report the merchant vessels when they come into port. I remembered she had done this in another past life when she was Christian, the sailor, whose hand was wounded during a naval battle. Are you a sailor? I asked her, looking for confirmation. I don't know, maybe. Can you see what you're wearing? Yes, some type of white shirt and brown short pants and shoes with big buckles. I see I am a sailor later in my life, but not now. She could see into the future, but the act of doing so caused her to jump ahead of into that future. I'm hurt, she winced, breathing in agony. My hand is hurt. She was indeed Christian, and she was again reliving the sea battle. Was there an explosion? Yes, I smell gunpowder. Will you be all right? I reassured her. You will be all right. And knowing the outcome, many people are dying. She was still agitated. The sails are torn. Part of the port side has been blown away. She was carrying the ship for damage. We must repair the sails. They must be repaired. Do you recover? Yes, it's very difficult to stitch the fabric on the sails. Are you able to work with your hand? No, but I'm watching others sail. They're made of canvas, some type of canvas, very hard to stitch. Many people are dead. They have much pain. What is it? This pain in my hand. Your hand heals, you go ahead in time, do you sail again? Yes, we are in South Wales, we must defend the coastline. Who's attacking you? I believe they're Spanish. They have a large fleet. What happens next? I see the ship, I see the port. There are shops. In some of the shops, they make candles. There are shops where they buy books. Yes. Do you ever go in the bookshops? Yes, I like them very much. The books are wonderful. I see many towns. I see many books. The red one is with history. They're written about towns, the land, there are maps. I like this book. There's a shop where they have hats. Is there a place where you can drink? I remember Christian description on the ale of the ale. Yes, there are many. They serve ale, very dark ale with some type of meat, some mutton and bread, very large bread. The ale is very bitter, very bitter. I can taste it. They have wine too and long wooden tables. I decided to call her by name to see her responses. Christian, I called emphatically. She answered loudly without hesitation, Yes, what do you want? Where is your family, Christian? They are in an adjacent town. We sailed from this port. Who is in your family? I have a sister Mary. Where is your girlfriend? I don't have one, just the women in the town. Nobody special. No, just the women. I return to sailing. I fight in many battles, but I am safe. You grow old, yes. Do you ever marry? I believe so. I see a ring. Do you have children? Yes, my son will also sail. There is a ring with a hand. It's a hand holding something. I can't see what. The ring is a hand. It's a hand Clasping something, Catherine began to gag. What's wrong? The people on the ship are sick. It's from the food. We've eaten some food that is bad. It's salt pork. Her gagging continued. I took her ahead in time, and the gagging ceased. I decided not to progress her through Christian's heart attack again. She was already exhausted. So I brought her out of the trance. And while Catherine has been brought out of trance, it's time for us to go into one. Let's tap back into the memory of our own lifespans. And let's know that some blessings will come today, which we have to tap into. So I'd request everyone to lie down or become very comfortable. I repeat, lying down or becoming comfortable is imperative for going into our subconscious mind, because if we are conscious of the body that we are living in, breathing in, then it will be tough to have that knowledge and go into a subconscious mind. But if the body is comfortable, then we can go deeper into a subconscious mind. Those of who you're becoming comfortable, wonderful. Those of you who are already comfortably lying down or seated, begin your breath work consciously, which means you're not deep breathing and deep exhaling, but you're becoming conscious of your breath. Be in conjunction, be in flow with your breath. Be in tune, knowing that breath is coming in. Look at that pause till the time it recovers and takes a breath out. Again, look at the pause when it takes a breath in. So each time the breath is exhaling or inhaling, it needs a resting stage. This resting stage is those splits of seconds. Or if you're aware, seconds. So tune into this beautiful breath work. Conscious breathing helps us become refined in our thoughts, more balanced. Any energy which is floating around us, which is not of the highest quality, will fall back and not attach itself with us. So let's be superbly grateful for this breath work that we have been bestowed with. Breathe in, breathe out. Be conscious. If you're feeling sleepy, it's all right. Let the body do what it requires. Maybe this physical shutdown, this rest is important. But know it, believe it, that whatever will unfold for the highest good of you and others around. Keep breathing in. Whenever something distracts you, align yourself back with your breathing. Breathe freely and fully, tapping into the power that you are safe, that you trust the process of life to unfold beautifully, that life agrees with you, that all is wonderful in your life, all is magical, that you are able to assimilate the new and release the old,
That birth and death are something you're in tune with because you flow, you simply flow like water, no stagnancy. Now, what's your one question that you have today when you enter your subconscious mind? Are you skeptical, stuck in some particular thing, and you want guidance and blessings? So, know it deep in your heart that whatever you are going to question will be given. And if you go with a sense of oneness, then your blessings will multiply. Blessings for you. So tune deep within by going deep within by breathing. Deep breath in now. You were just breathing normally. Now consciously deepen the breath. Deep breath in. Deeper breath out. Breath by itself should be balanced. In and out should be the same duration. Now let your stomach expand and you having a deep breath. 3 to 5 to 7 times at max, deep breathing. After which we again come back to our normal breathing, normal relaxed breathing. Dropping all fears. Just aligning with your breath. Trust the process of life. Trust your own breath work. Those of you who are still connected with your deep breath, enjoy it. Those who've completed the 3, 5, or 7 counts can now again breathe normally. This time, the normal breathing is so much more relaxed. With all the haze in your mind has been replaced with clarity. So now, when you're entering the hypnosis state, you will know beyond measure that you are supported. And now, be ready for whatever you're shown. It could be a dark side about you. Don't worry. Embrace it as a lesson and ask that if you have shown me this memory, what is it that you want me to learn? Be interactive with your guardians, your angels, your souls. If you've been shown the dark side, accept that we had it. Deep breathing in or relax breathing in, whatever you're guided to. Listen to yourself. You're going deep and deep in your world.
your world of connection with the higher beings. Don't immediately start asking. Trust the process around the environment. Where are you? What memory have you tapped into? What do you want to ask higher beings? Define with clarity the reason why you're entering into your subconscious mind. And if there's no reason, then just say, show me whatever I need to know right now. Connect, establish a connection. Keep delving in deeper and deeper. And be blessed with this wonderful, magical connection. Trust the process. Tap into this. Knowing love is everywhere. Knowing that you are loved, you are lovable, and that's the reason you are being guided. Be blessed.